BART is making their trains longer, so that's kind of nice to see. Ridership is somewhat bouncing back in a way. Still not back to pre-pandemic or anywhere close, but BART was struggling for a while there. So
Starting today, you may see some longer BART trains on your commute. BART says that it's adding more cars to keep up with a recent surge in ridership.
Crowd 4's Stephanie Rothman explains how this may help stave off the looming budget crisis.
On BART's yellow line, the busiest in the system, which runs from Antioch to SFO, the number of cars available has grown from 8 to 9. BART is also extending some trains on the red, blue, and green lines. BART spokesperson Chris Filippi says each line will now feature 4 8-car trains in the peak morning and evening hours.
We're hopeful that as we continue to expand capacity, that gives potential riders one more option to come back to us because they know that they'll be comfortable when they ride BART.
According to the agency's data, BART's ridership in August increased by 10% compared with a year ago. And the agency saw the highest single-day ridership numbers of the year earlier this month. BART says on-time performance also increased to 94% last quarter. So why are more people taking BART?
Everybody who shows up at BART gets to ride a new train. They're doing it in a safer and cleaner system with a more visible safety presence, with new fare gates that have transformed the station environments, that are a deterrent against unwanted behavior. And it's even easier for paying customers to get into the system now because they don't even need a Clipper card.
This comes as BART is facing a significant budget deficit that could grow to $400 million by 2027 if they don't receive serious financial assistance. BART is awaiting a multi-million-dollar loan from the state and Governor Newsom to sign the Connect Bay Area Act, which will fund Bay Area transit via a tax measure on the November 2026 ballot.
If SB 63 does move forward and it is approved by voters, that's going to make a huge difference in terms of dealing with future deficits. And that, combined with increased ridership along with cost-cutting measures, is what we would use to close that deficit going forward.
BART has until next May to approve its 2027 budget. Reporting in San Francisco, Stephanie Rothman, KRON 4 News.
Yeah, so things are looking interesting for BART altogether. I think they're in a similar position to most transit agencies in America right now. For me, I've been hearing about BART's financial woes for years now, you know what I'm saying? And so they've been struggling, scraping by for a while now, even pre-pandemic. So the fact that they're even they're not at SEPTA level of dysfunctionality is kind of crazy. So hopefully that goes through, that tax measure goes through, because if it does, then that can actually be some sustainable funding. This is not funding that's going to dip up and down and stuff like that. This is going to be a lot closer to what BART actually needs to get by. If they don't get it, yeah, I don't know. If they don't get it, then I don't know. Then there goes BART, I guess.